Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T70. Good to have your company today. I'm so pleased if you're a returning viewer. Really nice to have your company and to hear all your comments, because a lot of you do comment to me every week, and I do enjoy reading all the comments. And if you just happen to have landed on my channel, I hope you like it and stick around for this and further videos. Okay, so today I just wanted to start with, as I think I'd normally do, because you're always so very good, all of my viewers, in getting back to me and talking about my previous video and making comments and suggestions and everything, which is all, I really don't mind, because some of my family say, why do you ask people what they think? Because you do what you want in the end. But I suppose most people do what they want in the end, but I do like to get your advice. And there have been several of you over the months who have suggested something regarding, I don't know what it could have been. It could have been something to do with my home or something to do with another thing. And you've suggested something I haven't thought of. And I really appreciate that you take an interest. If I didn't want to know what you said, I wouldn't ask you. So thank you. So don't listen to my family. Excuse me. So I'm going to make a speech. I did want to say, so thank you for all the comments on the last video. There's a couple of projects have finished now, you'll be very glad to know. And the little bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, was a little bonus room. I haven't quite finished yet. I've still got a couple of projects to do. The next one I'm going to do is my kitchen, because once you start, don't you look around your house and you think, oh, I don't know, that looks like it could do with it. Because most of the time you don't look at the paintwork and whatever, do you? Unless you perhaps got little kids that scribble on the walls and stuff. But I've been looking at all mine, and it looks a bit, certainly in the kitchen. And I think I said this on the last video. When my kitchen's really small, and one wall's got a window and some cupboards, and the other other walls have got cupboards on them. Or fridges, there's just very little wall space, so there's not much you can do. I don't have a kitchen door on. We did have a door there, but we took it off because it was just basically getting on my nerves. And when the children were little, we put one of those child gate things up against the kitchen door to stop them keep getting in and getting under my feet. And then we got dogs. Actually, I think we had the dogs first. But the same principle really applied, that it's nice sometimes, if you don't have an actual door, is to just be able to close it across. So you're not, I'm forever falling over my dogs because they match my flooring. So it's really difficult to see them. And so I've got one of those things on the door, but apart from that, on the doorway, but apart from that, I don't have a door. So anyway, I've decided that I'm going to repaint the kitchen, give it a bit of cheer up, because I've done, as I say, done a couple of other rooms, and I've bought some sage green paint for that. Quite fancied that for a change. I have got, on that subject though, because I'm a bit of an all or nothing sort of person, and if I'm going to decorate a room, for example, I'm a bit matchy and I like things to match. I try not to go too mad, because obviously you don't need to match everything up. I think that's a throwback from when I was young. You had to, all your outfits used to match, shoes, bag, jewellery would match, your makeup, you'd match your makeup, eye makeup up to your clothes, especially in the 70s when we wore sort of greens and blues and yellows and all sorts of things. And it's a bit of a hard habit to get out of. But I thought, well, I'll get a few bits, because my kitchen at the moment, the worktop's sort of more or less black, and I don't have a great deal of things on the side. I do have a few bits and pieces, but and they're mostly black, so I thought I'd cheer it up a bit. So I went onto the Dunelm website and I placed an order, which all went a bit wrong really. So what I decided to go for, now I know that lots of people, I've seen actually since I bought these, I've seen people on YouTube with these tea and coffee canisters. What do you call them? It's not really a caddy, is it? Is it a caddy? I don't know, anyway. But I thought I like the colour, and although they're a lot lower than the ones I have, I thought, well, you know, let's try them for a change. And I thought they were quite cute. So I ordered some of those. I also ordered, which I don't know if you can see in that little corner there, I've got a bin in the same colour, a new kitchen bin. And well, in the top of that bag, in that bag on the top, I'll tell you what's in there. But I placed an order for that, and I also wanted a new drainer. And I've been looking for ages. I've told you before, I don't use a dishwasher. I do use, I know everybody, that even if you've got a dishwasher, you still use the draining board, don't you? But that's what I use all the time. And I've got this really tatty old draining board that I've had for ages, and it, you know, it gets all lime scaly, and I try and clean it, and it's just not really fit for purpose anymore. And I've been looking for one, and I never thought that they'd be such a hard thing to find. You can find, so I'm off on one and draining boards now. For something that most homes, or lots of homes now, I mean, everyone used to have a draining board, but not everyone does now, do they? But there are, well, I wouldn't say hundreds, but there are dozens and dozens and dozens of designs of draining boards. Not draining boards, what I mean, drainer. You know the drainer thing? I'm going all wrong here, aren't I? The drainer, not the draining board. So the thing that you put your cutlery and your plates in to drain them. So there's loads of different styles. There's ones that stack up, and there's ones that extend, and there's additional ones, and there's all sorts. And I always look at them in the shop. When I go shopping, I think I'll find a better one for my use. And I never do. But anyway, when I was buying the stuff for the kitchen, I thought I'm just going to buy one that's that kind of colour, that sage green colour. So I did. I suppose actually I should show it to you, shouldn't I? One sec, I'll go and grab it. So it's this, okay? And it's in the sage green. And the thing with this is it came with, and I don't really know why I bought it, because it came with a washing up bowl, and I don't use a washing up bowl, and also a cutlery thing for your drawer in the same. I don't know why I'm pointing at this, but it, you know, like this. Just move you a bit. So it came in a set of 3 things. So I thought, oh well, that I can use the cutlery drawer. I could probably do with a new one. And I thought, well, sometimes it's quite useful to have a bowl. So I sent off for them, and they had duly arrived. And I actually quite like this. It's quite sturdy. It looks like I can get quite a lot of stuff in it. I'm always a bit, these things you put your cutlery in, they never really seem to be deep enough if you've got big cutlery. But I thought, I'm wishing for something that doesn't exist here, so I'm just going to have to make do. So I got this. The bowl's fine, it fits in my sink should I want to put it in my sink, and the cutlery drawer thing is far too big for my drawer, so that's a bit of a, but I thought I can't be bothered with, you know, fussing about with it. I'm going to keep this, and I'll keep the bowl. So, and I could probably give the cutlery drawer inserts, do you call them that, to one of my daughters. So I got that, got the bin, and I ordered these. Now, when I received the parcels, they all came together, various parcels, and I couldn't work out what I thought the bin must have been much smaller than I thought, although I couldn't really work out how that would have been the case, because it was in the picture. There was a a lifestyle picture with the bin in it, so it didn't look like a small bin. But I didn't think any more of it, and I thought, oh well, perhaps it's just not come today, because it did tell me it was coming in split deliveries. And anyway, so I didn't think any more about that. So I started to open these smaller boxes, and one had the drainer and whatnot in it, so that was fine. And I opened the other one, and I started to open these, and there were more and more. And I opened the other box, and I thought, well, perhaps somehow this bin collapses or something, you know, so it was in the smaller box. But no, I opened that, and there's more of these in there. So I had to write down, because I'm going to have to take these back to the shop. I mean, there's one one that I need to get my money back, but the others won't. So what's happened? Well, I won't, because what's happened is I have ordered 3 items like this: a tea, a coffee, and a sugar container. I have inadvertently pressed 2 coffee containers, so I've received 2 of those, which is my fault, so I can take that back for a refund. That's not a problem. But I've also received 3 additional coffee containers, 1 additional tea caddy, and another sugar container. So, you know, so I've got the 3 I ordered plus 5 additional containers. Now, I've gone through my order because I thought, I know I'm a bit of a nitwit, and I think probably most people, tell me you have, most people have accidentally clicked on something twice and perhaps not noticed, especially if they're not huge value items. But that's not a problem, you know, you can take them back, can't you, get your money back. But I just don't understand. And the thing is, I haven't been charged for this stuff. So I was thinking to myself, maybe I should flog them out the front door or something. But no, I will take them back. So I've got 5 of these various containers to take back to Dunelm, which I don't even know how that could have happened. I've never had, because every when people pick the stock in warehouses, it's all computerized, isn't it? It's all, you know, it's not like they're sitting there thinking, oh, did I put that one in? You know, it's all barcodes and everything. So I do not know how that's happened. So I've got a job lot, basically, of these things. And I've now got to make a trip back to Dunelm. I mean, I suppose I could post them back, but it's just too awkward, really, when they're all breakable, and getting them to the post office and that. So I'll have to go into town this week and do that. So I'm quite thrilled about that, I can tell you. Anyway, so it could only happen to me, really, couldn't it? So 5 additional pots that I don't need and I didn't pay for. So that's very, very odd. But anyway, so I'm going to try and start painting the kitchen tomorrow. I've got to clean the top of the cupboards. I've done the underneath of the cupboards, so I need to do the top. I've had a bit of a bad back over the last few days, so I haven't been feeling like going up and down ladders. I just woke up with it on Sunday morning, I think it was, and I could hardly walk. It's really weird. And then it went off a bit and I took some painkillers, and I had it again yesterday because I had to pick my 3.5-year-old grandson up from his nursery yesterday, and I thought I'm going to have to lift him into the car, and I was a little bit worried. But I went to the chemist, and the pharmacist, well, it wasn't the pharmacist, actually it was a lady behind the counter. Oops, there goes my drainer thing. That she said, she gave me some cocodamol, and which I'm a bit scared of because I know that's addictive and everything, and I don't think I'm a particularly addictive person, but you know, I thought, oh, should I take it? Should I not? But I did take 2 yesterday afternoon, and it has done quite a good job. I haven't taken any more painkillers since, so poor old me. I'm such a trooper, aren't I? So anyway, that's why I haven't started on the painting yet, because my back's been hurting, and I thought I can't risk going up and down the ladder. So hopefully that's going to be done in the next couple of days, and I can show you that when it's finished if you're interested. As I say in all my videos, if you're not interested in these bits and pieces, you know, you're very welcome to you know, fast forward through things. I don't expect you to want to be interested in everything I've got to say or to do. Now, the other thing, what was the other thing? I've written some notes down. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. You know, I've got this, my birthday, my 1-year anniversary. It's, you know, it's not birthday, is it? Well, no, because video channels aren't born really, are they? I've got that coming up in the next week or so. So I was trying to think of something a bit different for you, and a couple of you have given me, you know, a few hints. I basically can't think of anything terribly interesting that's any different to anything else I do. But one of the things I did think, because a lot of you like to listen to me go on about stuff, I did wonder if you might like to, if there's anything you'd like me to talk about or like my opinion on, just general things, you know. I don't really want to know, you know, if your husband's having an affair with someone, whether you think I should bump her off or something. I don't want that sort of thing. But, you know, just anything that you'd like to hear my view on. I did think about doing another Q&A. If you want me to do that, incorporate that, I can. I thought if I just do a few different bits and pieces and just see how we go. But, you know, it's just marking the first year of the channel. It's not really, you know, it's nothing sort of too spectacular. But and if I had better imagination, I could probably think of something. I know a lot of people who are given stuff by suppliers that they don't really need. They do giveaways and things. Well, I've never been given anything by anyone, so oh, poor me. So you know, I can't do that sort of thing. And somebody, as I said last week or last time I did a video, somebody had suggested doing a live stream, but I just think they're a bit painful. I don't think you get the momentum going. I know it's nice to have people that are in real time with you, but I don't know. I don't think it's quite me. Not yet, anyway. I'm not really that accomplished with doing all this sort of technical stuff without the help of a team of people. So I think perhaps not. One thing that does keep coming up is jewellery box, my jewellery box, and I will give you a quick look at that today. It's in a shocking state, honestly. I'm not really, I don't really wear much jewellery anymore. I like to keep some bits, which I've shown you in previous videos, my precious things. I wear, you know, wedding, engagement, eternity ring, that sort of thing. I don't even wear them all the time. I usually wear my wedding ring, but I don't always wear other rings. I go through fits and starts, and necklaces I hardly ever wear now. I did buy a few necklaces and earrings in the summer when I did some holiday jewellery. I did a video about that, but when we went on holiday, I really didn't take any of it because we didn't go on that sort of holiday. When I go on holidays and want the holiday jewellery, it's like a hot, sunny, you know, when you go out in the evening and it's lovely and sunny and you can wear your summer clothes and everything, and you kind of put your makeup on, well, your makeup, yeah, but your jewellery on to go with that. And I didn't really do that, so I've still got the stuff, but I haven't really worn most of it. So I can show you, but I don't know how interesting it'll be. It's like I say, it's a right old mess, and I don't know whether I should just tidy it up first. I don't know what to do about that. What else was it I was going to say? Oh yeah, if you watched the last video, I don't know if you're interested or not, but I went and saw that flat on behalf of my son. We did a video call in the end. Well, honestly, you know, I was saying to you that I'd been an estate agent for a year when I was between jobs, you know, a few years ago, and I decided I'd have a go at it because I thought, well, I can't be any worse than some of the estate agents that have dealt with me over the years. Now, if any of you out there are estate agents, I don't mean to sound offensive, but you'll understand that it's a common, if you're great, you're probably in the minority. It's a common idea that estate agents aren't, you know, they're not really terribly helpful and they don't really bring much value to anything. They literally, all they do is just ring you up and tell you if there's a property that you might be interested in, and half the time they don't even do that, from my previous experience of that. And so, and it actually wasn't really much different when I went last week with to see this flat on behalf of my son. So the idea was that I took my phone with me and we did a video call, and so he virtually came round with me. But where I got there, and there's gates at the front. It's a gated mews, I know, and so you can't just go in. You have to either have presumably some sort of key card or something, or someone will let you in. So I'm sure you know what the idea. And I knew what time my appointment was, but I was about 10 minutes early, and I parked up, managed to get a good parking space outside, and I watched another couple come out and were let out of the gate by this woman. And I thought, well, she doesn't really look like an estate agent. I wonder, is she the owner? Is she somebody, you know, is she nothing to do with it at all, just happened to be there and just let these people out? And then I saw when she said goodbye to them and she shut the door behind them, or the gate behind them, and she didn't sort of look round to see if anyone else was there. You know, I would have expected a bit more animation from this woman if she was an estate agent waiting to greet another potential client. Well, and she was really quite old, and I say she's probably the same age as me, but I thought she was really old. And I did notice she looked like an old lady. You know, some old ladies look like old ladies. I'm digging a hole for myself here. And she had some papers in her hand. So I thought, well, I'm going to ask her because I could sit here forever and, you know, I've missed my slot. So I said, oh, excuse me, are you Roz? And she went, yes. No sort of greeting or, oh, hello, yes, you must be the next person or something. So anyway, she let me in, and there's nothing as a human being, there was nothing wrong with her. It's just the sort of, you expect a bit more from people sometimes. I was saying this to my son actually, because I mean, it's, you know, it's not, no, this isn't news. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? You go to, when you view properties to live in, to buy, and you're spending, well, if you live in the area I live, and I don't live in a posh area, but in this part of the world, you can't really get anything much under half £500,000, you know, even, you know, small places that aren't in particularly great areas, you know, it's always up from that. But whatever your budget is, I mean, by the way, my road isn't like that, but you know, it is a lot of money, and it's probably the most you're going to or have ever spent on anything, especially, well, obviously for your first home you buy. And how long do you actually spend looking at it? You go in, and you know, sometimes if it's the agent shows you around, you get a couple of minutes longer. But in the days when I used to do it with my first husband, it would always be the person that lived in the house would show you around, and you'd feel really uncomfortable with that person because they didn't really like doing it. It's like showing them your knicker drawer, isn't it? Showing someone your knicker drawer when you show them all your, you know, your bedroom and inside your cupboards and that. It's quite embarrassing. So I suppose that's why agents supposed to do it now. And you say, oh yeah, we like that, and you can't remember half of what was in it, or where the, you know, how many plugs there were, or where the washing machine was plumbed in, or anything like that. You might not remember that, but you'll still make an offer on it, and then you potentially might see it again before you move in, if your sale goes through, and potentially you won't see it. So you kind of go in blind. You spent hoots of money, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pounds, or something you've seen for 5-10 minutes. And it's the same with rentals, really. I went in there and I had my camera for my son to see, and it was a nice place. And he was asking me to ask her, asking things as we were going round, and she didn't know anything. She didn't know anything. I mean, we know the area because it's local, but we didn't know, there was a building next door which wasn't a residential building, so I wanted to know what that was. She didn't know what that was. There's a train line close by, or train station close by. This is all ideal for my son, not so much the building next door, but the train station. I said, and he said to me, can you hear the line from there? Can you hear the train on the tracks? And I sort of listened, and I said, well, I can't hear anything. No, I genuinely can't hear anything. I didn't notice anything when I was outside. And I said to this woman, do you know how far we are from the railway track? And she didn't know that. She said, oh, I don't live in the area. I mean, she was absolutely everything you asked, and she didn't know because she didn't know the area. And I get that they're probably busy, but there was no sort of, I could find out for you. Oh, I'll ring the office, or I'll do this. There's nothing. You know, there's just nothing there. And I thought, poor old this woman, her name was Roz. I'll tell you because I don't suppose she watches my channel. If she does, I'm really sorry. I felt really sorry for her, really, because, you know, that she didn't kind of have that. You want a bit of personality, don't you? But you don't want them being all sort of, you know, Jack the Lad. And to see an older woman, to be fair, an older woman doing that job, I was quite, you know, a little bit heartened at first, because I thought she's going to be good. She's probably done this job for 25 years or something. And, you know, she knows what she's doing. She knows the area. She didn't know anything at all. And it was a bit disappointing. And then after the viewing, she didn't know where the parking space was either. She said it could either be that one or that one. And I'm thinking, oh, no dear. And she just didn't really have any spark about her. It was like life was just kicking her in the backside, and that was it. But anyway, I spoke to my son afterwards, and he really liked the property, and he's going to go for it. It's a rental property. As I said, I don't tell you all his business, but he's renting for the time being, and he's going to have another look at it. He's going to have his first look at it today. This is now 5 days later. He's managed to get an appointment to go and have a look at this place. He's done all the paperwork, but because I've been there and I think it's all right. He's listened to his mum, so I feel a bit thinking, oh my God, I hope he likes it. But where it is ideal for him. He goes into London frequently for work, so he's right near to a station. He's probably 500 yards from Watford shopping centre. You know, there's a Tesco's, big old Tesco's. Would be his corner shop. So for a young person, you know, it's ideal. So let's hope fingers crossed, that's all going to work out, and he should be moving in there within the next couple of weeks, so that's good for him. Right, I don't know. What I'm gonna do is because I've been rattling on about nothing really, haven't I? You've had the excitement of my coffee containers, haven't you? So I'll just show you very quickly. This is my jewellery box, and I'm embarrassed about this because I've tidied this up before, and I've just gone to find something. I've gone in it and chucked it all out, and I can never find 2 earrings that match. Well, I've got 2 in at the moment. So let me just pull this thing down and see if this is creak. I don't know if this is of any help to you at all. So this is the top layer. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the top layer of my jewellery box. Let me see if I can. How do people do this sort of video? I don't know how they do. So I've got various, I've got some, I think they're window keys that I don't even, where are you? Window keys that I don't even know we've got those window locks anymore. But anyway, just in case, I'll put that in there. Yeah, I've got various pieces of dress jewellery, costume jewellery, what do you call it these days? I've probably got several soul earrings because I've lost the other one, or the backs of them. I've got some necklaces here. I mean, this thing I got in the haul I did for summer jewellery, holiday jewellery, and I'm never going to wear it. I've just decided, let's just put you up a little bit. I've decided it's just not for me. I think there's something else knotted in there as well. God. So I'm going to have a sort out of all that. This is basically the earrings here. Oh no, and some necklaces. That was one I got from, I think I've shown you this before, have I? Got this from current husband when I was 60 because it's my birthstone, but he doesn't remember buying that for me, so there we go. And the bottom of the box is, well, it's just more old tut really. I've got a ring in there that's quite a nice ring. What's this? Hold on. Oh dear me. Sorry, this is just terrible photography, isn't it? Oh yeah, some cute little earrings in there. I can't remember where they're from. I don't know if they're gold or what. And I've got some precious stuff, as in precious to me, or it's worth something. But I've got a load of this stuff. I mean, this is caught up with something else. I'm never going to wear that. I need to get rid of a lot of this stuff. because I just don't wear it. So I will, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little tidy of that, and because I feel really bad that it's such a mess, and I shall show you that at the end of the video. This is why I've avoided doing this, because I saw somebody do a jewellery, go through their jewellery yesterday, and it was all hanging up nicely, and she'd sorted it into what she was keeping and what she was getting rid of. Some stuff was precious to her for family reasons. Other stuff she just liked and wore a lot. And I just don't wear really any of this stuff. It's awful. I do sometimes, because I had my ears re-pierced last year. I had pierced ears anyway. I had 3 piercings in each ear when that was done in the 80s and the 90s, you know, when everyone used to do that. And I used to wear a lot of earrings, and when I went to work, I used to wear jewellery. I used to wear matching stuff, you know, earrings and necklaces and yeah, whatever. But I just don't do it anymore because I don't go out a great deal. And even when I do, and I think, oh, I'll put something on, I really struggle to find something that I like. I don't know what it is. It's just easier not to put any on, really. So, yeah, I mean, I've got a few of these. And then, of course, if it's not gold, sometimes it makes your ears go a bit itchy, doesn't it? I've got these sorts of things that I bought. I've never had these. Oh, dear, that's caught up. Hold on. Hang on. Hold the front page. I don't know if I'm too old for big earrings, really. What do you think? Probably not going to say, yeah, you're too old for big earrings. I quite like these, but I've never had an occasion to put them on. I'm going out to dinner on Friday, so maybe I'll have a look through. But then nobody sort of is going to notice my earrings because my hair's usually in the way. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little sort through, and I'll try and come back to you and show you that what I've got and what I'm getting rid of. That might be easier, but as I say, I feel that I should really sort this out because, as I say, a couple of people have said to me, can I say it as I say it again? A couple of people have asked me about jewellery sort throughs, as what's in my jewellery box, but yeah, I will show you. That'll give you something to do the next hour, tidy all this up, and then I'll come back to you. I think that's everything for today. I'm gonna, let me think, I've written some stuff down, but it's not necessarily for today. Yeah, so if you do think of anything you want to ask me about, because that does seem to be my thing, doesn't it, talking a lot about stuff, and if you can think of a subject, or I don't know, if you want to start me off on one, you know, that might be something we could do. I've had a couple of birthday presents already from current husband, because it's my birthday next week. Oh, by the way, I've got my flu jab booked for the weekend. Got that booked for Saturday. So our surgery aren't offering people. Although I'll be 71. Ugh. Well, it's not much worse than being 70, really, is it? Although I've always had COVID jabs, you know, I would always have anything that my surgery offered me. This year they're not offering people because I'm not vulnerable or whatever. So and that's fair enough. I think we're all supposed to just be coping with COVID now, aren't we? Although when I got the message saying that they're not offering them, I thought, oh. But I always have everything. I've had I've got my flu jab on Saturday, so get that out of the way. So, like I've said to you before, if it's something that you normally do and haven't thought about doing it, and you're of the right sort of demographic to get it done for nothing, please give it some thought, because I've never had flu, but I know that it's they say, don't they, if you've got a cold and someone says there's £50 here for you if you come and get it, or £100, you know, you name the sum, come and get it, and you can manage to get to it, you haven't got the flu, don't they? They say that's just a cold. So if you can't get your head off the pillow to do anything at all, that's when you've got flu, and I really don't fancy that, because I mean, Who'd find anything in this house if I was laid up in bed? No one can find anything in this house apart from me. And I've had my, I'm going off again, aren't I? Sorry. I've had my shingles, which I didn't like that one much. I've never had a jab before where I've had a side effect, and I did with that. I know shingles is quite a difficult one to get unless you're the right age and your birthday falls in the right month, because my friend's only 2 or 3 years younger than me and she's not allowed one till next year, I think. So I know it's a bit complicated, but I had mine last year, and then I had one in October, and then you have a second, just, I don't know if you know this, but if you're thinking about getting the shingles jab, so I had my first one in October, and then they give you a second one. You have to have the second one as well, otherwise the vaccine doesn't work properly. And I remember I think it's something like 6 weeks. Was it 6 weeks? I can't remember what date in October. It must have been the end of October I had the first one. Anyway, it was just after Christmas. A couple of days after Christmas I had the second one. And when I had the first shingles jab, it did make my arm sore. And I'm used to having things jabbed in me. I'm not really fazed by it. As I told you about the blood donating thing the other day, you know, I'm not sort of funny about needles or injections, and I don't usually have any side effects. But I did with that. I had a really, really sore arm for several weeks actually. And anyway, then that cleared up, and then she gave me the booster, I suppose it is. And I felt a little bit poorly after that. I actually did have a slight temperature, but it's all normal. You know, they do tell you about this. And a very sore arm again, but I'm glad I had it done. The injection itself is nothing. It's just, you know, feeling a bit rough afterwards. So you just have to be mindful that if you do have your shingles, make sure you get your second one, and it's about 6 weeks after. So, you know, get that date in the diary, because I saw, was it Nana M ages ago? She did a video. I haven't watched her for a while actually, but she did a video where she caught shingles. I think it was over Christmas or something. And she described the illness, and I thought, God, I mean, I'd already had my jab by then, but I thought, blimey, I hope people are taking note of this, because it sounds absolutely terrible. You don't think anything much of these things, really, do you? You don't think much of flu, because everyone says flu, don't they? But in the beginning of the 20th century, thousands upon thousands of people worldwide died of the flu. So it's no joke. I'm going on a bit of a rant here, aren't I? But, you know, please look after yourselves. And there was something else I started saying there, which I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, maybe I'll remember it later. So I'll come back with my tidy jewellery box for you. So see you in a bit. Right, I'm having a bit of a go at trying to capture some of this for you. So I've sorted out my jewellery. Now these are, as you can see, necklaces. And I don't know. This one here is just a cheapy one. I wore that the other week actually. It's got some earrings that go with it. So it's quite pretty. I don't know. It's just, like I say, it's just, it's not precious in any way. It's just not too bad. So I might keep that. This is my 60th. So that's 11 years old now, that necklace. It's a opal, but which is my birthstone, but I didn't realise that they dry out. I didn't realise that they were well, not exactly a living thing. I don't think that's quite right, but if you don't, I suppose, use them and wear them and touch them, and they don't pick up any moisturiser, they go a bit white, which is what that one's done. This, I'm sure, current husband bought me. I never wear it. It's silver. This current husband bought me three gold hearts. I rarely wear it. This one is, I don't know that it's made of any precious metal or anything, but my friend got me that, and she watches my videos, so I'm not gonna, I'm not chucking that away yet. We've got a bit more life for that one. This sort of, that was the wrong way around. My current husband bought me this as well. It's actually got some earrings that match it, but I don't ever wear it. I used to wear all these things. This one is sort of relatively new, All the others, I always used to wear them to work, but I just don't bother now. This one, he bought me this as well. I never wear it. It's all gold. I don't know what to do with it because he's a bit funny about me getting rid of stuff that he gave me. He's not one of these people that says, oh, if you don't wear it, get rid of it. But so I'm kind of keeping that for now. This is what's left in the box. Sorry about this. Oh my goodness, camera work. Yeah, these are basically the sort of dress earrings that I've got. This little pad here with all the holes in, I've painstakingly put all these earrings on. These ones here, they were given to me as the mother of the groom when my son got married, but I rarely wear them, and they're not married anymore, so I feel a bit weird about them really. So I mean about the earrings, not the people. There's some precious earrings in here, you know, as in gold, and there's some sort of costume jewellery. I've obviously got a little bit of thing about getting a poppies. I always like to have a poppy. So I've just put them all on this piece of board because they're things. Am I going to wear them? Yeah, I do wear some of them, or that someone's bought them for me and I don't want to give them away or get rid of them. And yeah, I mean, a couple of these I've worn fairly recently, so I think they're all fairly. These ones are from Next. Yeah, those my daughter got me last year for Christmas, so I can wear those this Christmas. These heart ones I've worn recently. I had those on when I wore my necklace that matches it. I had those on when I did a video the other day, and current husband came home from work, and of course I still had the earrings in, and he said, oh, you don't normally wear earrings that big, do you? And I said, well, don't you like them? And he went, well. So I thought, I don't know really. So anyway, there's those that I've pinned into little holes on that. This stuff here, these are a set that my daughter got me years ago with a necklace which is here, and I just never ever wear them now. So I'm thinking, and I know that she won't mind because she's one for getting rid of things, I'm going to get rid of that, but I will keep the earrings because she got them for me. I know she would say, look Mum, just because I bought you something it doesn't matter, but it matters to me. These earrings are from current husband. These are just cute little earrings. I think I bought those quite recently. I'm sorry this is such a poor job of showing you stuff, but I don't really know how to do it. These are the opal earrings that, where are we? The opal earrings that match. Let me show you. Can I show you? Can I show you? Yeah, there. That go with the necklace, and these have still kept their colour, I suppose because I've worn them on and off over the time. Another poppy. Yeah, this is just kind of it. And in the bottom of this, oh, I've got, let me just turn this camera up a bit. I've got a couple of bracelets. I don't wear bracelets because I've got such fat wrists, but one of my daughters got me that for, oh, hang on. There we go. I think it was for a birthday. She's unfortunate, that daughter, because she shares the same birthday as me, so I don't think she's thrilled about that. Current husband got me this. It's quite pretty, but I just don't wear bracelets anymore, but I'll keep that because it's pretty. Can you, oh dear, how are we doing here? It's got all different colour stones on it. I've kept this little pearl thing that I bought with the holiday jewellery, but I don't think I'm ever going to wear it. There's a ring in there. This current husband bought me, and I wouldn't ever wear that again, but it cost him a lot of money at the time. He was really proud that he bought it, and I don't mean it cost an absolute fortune, but it, you know, it was something he spent a lot of money on, and I don't know what I'm saying really, but anyway, I will keep that because I don't think he'd like me to get rid of that. And I found this in there. This is my daughter when she was born. Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it? There we go. So this is a little bracelet, and it's got, I don't know if you can see that, it's got her initial. Are we gonna, oh, this is just painful, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Focused. It's got her initial on it, and that was, she was given that as a baby, a new baby, and she's never worn it. So, but and I thought, well, I'll keep it, because if she ever has a daughter, and she did have a daughter, but her name doesn't begin with K, so I just keep that. I don't know why, really. Sentimental value, isn't it? And I've got in here also, I've got a couple of old type £2 coins. I think this, or is this a current one? Hang on, let me just have a look. I'll tell you what I'll do. Hold on one second. Sorry, that was all kind of difficult. So this one, oh, this is the First World War, 1914-1918. It's got Your Country Needs You, like Lord Kitchener on the picture. I think you can probably just see that. It's a 2014 coin. Yeah, that's a £2 coin, so it's not one of the current styles. And this one is 19, hold on, tricentenary of the Bill of Rights, £2 coin, and it's got, well, I presume this, would that be right, 1989, because it's got 1689 to 1989 on it. So it's obviously never been, I've come across this and it's never been spent. Sorry, got a note on my nose shot, haven't you? Oh my God, there we go. Can you see? If any of you lovely viewers out there have any information on what that's, tricentenary of the Bill of Rights. Do we have a Bill of Rights in the UK? Sounds American, but it can't, because it's a British £2 coin. Anyway, so if you know anything about that, let me know. And I'm not quite sure why this was. Oh, I suppose that would be 2014 would be 100 years from the World War starting, wouldn't it? Yeah, so that's why that's for. But I don't know why I've kept it, really. But I suppose sometimes you find coins and you think to yourself, well, you don't really want to get rid of them. We're going down a rabbit hole with these, trying to do this, aren't we? I'll just show you that again if I can. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. So this one, 1860. No, sorry, I keep saying that. 1689 to 1989, obviously, which is 300 years. So I must have. Well, I've kept this since 1989. I don't know. Anyway, they are both UK. I don't know whether they're legal tender anymore, because they don't look like our current £2 coins, but they are two £2 coins which I have hung on to for some reason. So if they're worth a fortune, do let me know. Oh, and to the let me just creak. This is stuff I'm getting rid of. It's a bit. It's not all. It actually wasn't tangled up when I pulled it out, but I've just put it in a pile. So you know, these sort of beady things, which I just don't wear them anymore. So I suppose I can take them to the charity shop. They take all that. I don't suppose they'll take earrings, will they? And this thing, which was from my daughter, which I do think is pretty, but it's just not something I wear anymore. That can go to the charity shop. I don't think she'll mind. And she's the one of my children that probably would not get offended at anything like that. And this kind of peculiar thing, necklacey thing, and I don't know what I was thinking of when I got that, because it's not really my thing at all. But I probably bought it to go with, oh, I know, yeah, I would have probably bought it because I thought they looked a bit like this, and I just don't wear that. So I'm so sorry, this has been a rambling old video today. Get your teeth in, Linda. I hope you get something from it. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching me and listening to me. I look forward to seeing you again next week. We are now Tuesday, so I'm hoping to put this video up today, and then I will see you again on Friday. So do take good care of yourselves. Thank you, and bye bye for now.